JJ, you want to get us started off with Coach?
Sure. Hey, Steve, how important was it to come out and, kind of leave no doubt in this one after the performance against Oregon State earlier in the week?
Yeah, it was very important to come out and play the right way, get off to a good start. I think Our Lady of the Lakes victory over Texas State probably helped us get the attention of our guys. They lost by large margins to a couple of other opponents, but we knew they were capable, just like that's always the case, And we have a lot of respect for Texas State. They beat Texas State. So I think our guys understood we had to come out and play the right way. We're just trying to keep building. We felt like we did some good things leading up to Oregon State. We opened that game the right way. We defended pretty well in the first half. And we're going to come back and see if we can do it again today. So defensive end early on was pretty good. Rebounding all night was pretty good. Our focus on trying to get shot down in paint was pretty good.
Jacob had a pretty good game today. Is that kind of what you envision, what the style of play you want to see out of him every night, what he gave you tonight?
Yeah, again, he just oozes talent. He knows it. Everybody that watches knows it. And he's making a ton of progress. Sometimes we as coaches see their potential maybe more than they do, or maybe we want it for them faster than they're ready to handle it. But yeah, the guy's he's so talented, and we just want him to bring it every single day, every single possession. And he's got a demeanor about him sometimes where it looks like he's not playing real hard, and that's kind of frustrating at times. But he also has a great deal of poise. That was the thing early on in the year last year. He really wasn't playing that well in practice. We threw him into some big games early on, and he was very poised and comfortable out there. So, that's a great stat line for him. If we think about where he was at this time a year ago, he's made tons of progress. He's going to keep doing that.
We're one game away from closing your non-conference schedule. What have you learned about your team in these 6 games?
Well, we got a long way to go. We really, really do. Still just don't think we're playing anywhere near the way we need to or the way we're capable of. So we got to keep trying to help a couple guys out, help them get more involved offensively. We still have too many loose plays. We're too casual with the ball. Too many just breakdowns on simple actions where we're just not locked in enough. And, we know we're not good enough to win games in the league if we waste any possessions. So we've got to tighten some things up. But, again, we've been most pleased with our effort the last week and a half. We've had some great practices, playing with more physicality. We're getting on the floor more. We're diving. We're taking charges. Those are the things we really need to see.
Okay, Stephen?
Coach, y'all were able to get every player in the game tonight, and 13 of the 14 were able to score. What does that do for y'all going forward?
Well, it's really good for those guys to get in there and play. They all exert the same amount of energy every single day in practice. It's kind of a tough deal when you don't get a chance every now and then to get in there and play. So our second unit has been so good. It's made it very challenging on us. There's times in practice you kind of want your main group to dominate and have some things easier from a confidence standpoint. On the flip side, you also want it to be very competitive. When that scout team and that second unit is battling and fighting the way they have been, we know it's making us better. It doesn't always feel like it in the short term, but over the long haul, we know that's going to start paying off. And we've had a lot of days where we walked out and our guys that are, the starters or the blue squad in practice is losing a lot of segments in practice to the white squad. And, those guys over there, some of those guys are going to battle and fight. Lockie, as you can see, that guy does not take any plays off. He's going to bring it every single day. Adrian's, now that he's getting back healthy again, he brings it every single day. Phoenix, is our quickest, best defender from the 5 spot. So we've had some great battles in practice, and the main guys have come up short many days, but it's also helped them get better.
Okay, Jonas?
Coach, great win. You mentioned getting too casual with the ball and maybe needing to see a little bit more effort out there. You guys did have 14 fouls tonight. Do you think that that's a positive sign in terms of the effort that they're giving, and then you just kind of clean that up, or is 14 fouls kind of something that even if you're trying to give effort, it's still a bit unacceptable as you enter conference play?
Yeah, if I heard you correctly, talking about our fouls, it's been an area of focus, and sometimes our stats get a little skewed. At the Oregon State game the other day, we're going to go, if we're down late, we're going to go to the foul game maybe a little earlier than some people because we've had some success coming back in those games. So sometimes those numbers get a little bit skewed. But across the board last year, we were a team that fouled way too much. And yes, it's an area we're really trying to clean up. We're addressing. I think we've made a lot of progress. Understanding that a blocking foul on one of our guys that knows he's not going to play 30 minutes a game, a blocking foul 3 minutes into the game may not seem like a big deal, but it moves them closer to the bonus. And hand check foul here doesn't seem like a big deal. They're not in the bonus yet, but it moves them closer to the bonus. So we're trying to make progress with that. At the same time, we're challenging our guys to play more physical, to hit more, to bang more. So it's going to be a process in that regard. But we can't just let people go get easy buckets on the free throw line. And it's an area that we're not great. We don't draw a lot of fouls. Typically, we're not attacking enough, not attacking the rim enough. And we've got to bounce. We may not win the free throw battle, the foul battle every game, but we need to narrow the margin if we're not going to win it.
So to that point a little bit, with tonight's point differential being as large as it was, does that make it a little bit more acceptable in terms of teaching moments? You were able to get everybody in there, so you're going to pick up some fouls there. But you even had some foul trouble early on in the game where they weren't necessarily foul situations in terms of coming back. So just if you could just kind of touch on that a little bit more.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it is a concern for us. And Zumbel, last couple ball games, has been one of the guys that's fouled a lot. But he's also one of our most physical, toughest defenders. He's kind of reverted back a little bit the last two games to what he was doing early in the year last year. And kind of thought he had worked his way through that because he was fouling a lot early in the season last year, hand checking and just, the game's a little different than the way he played in Europe in terms of checking cutters. But the last two ball games, he's fouled a lot. So we got to get him to clean those up for sure. Keaton had a bunch of fouls. Again, those are two of our most physical, most aggressive defenders. So, we got to do better. We got to do better.
I didn't mean to focus so much on the negative there. It was a great win. Obviously, you put up 100 points. Javon has a great night. And, again, you're able to get minutes out there for everybody. So, congratulations, Coach.
Thank you. No, it's and our guys know. I mean, yeah, we did what we needed to do. We got the win. There were a lot of positives. But there were a lot of areas that weren't good enough. We had too many turnovers. We were bothered by their press, which was nothing unusual. I was a little surprised that we didn't handle that a little bit better. Those were some opportunities to break the press and go make plays. So there's going to be some teachable moments. Now, we don't have a lot of time to look at this one because we need to move quickly on to Lamar. But, there's still a lot of room for growth there, and our guys know that. We've been talking about that. It doesn't matter where we're at right now. We've got to get better. We've got to get a lot better. Cedric and Parrish are getting more comfortable every game. That's important for us. Juice gives us a good boost every time he steps in. We know what Lockie's going to bring every day. So we've got good depth. We just got to keep making progress.
Okay, anything else for Coach Henson?
Thanks, Steve.
Thank you.